life is a team sport. Our basketball program, our team kind of emulates what life's about. And we lost a family member we weren't expecting to. Then we lose the assistant coaches. So the strength of Oakland's program has always been the way we rally around each other in this family atmosphere, and that, you know, we try and preach that it's all about the players and all about your college experience. But I think the players are growing up and maturing, and they realize it's life. And the bottom line is we still represent Oakland, we still have goals to reach, and we still get to play the games, and that's why we do this.
The change that we're dealing with is, you know, with K. Felder leaving, it's just more leadership between me, Sharon, Jalen, and even Martez. It's just a more leadership because we're the more older guys and we more mature. We've been through situations where we were down and we all fall apart and stuff like that. So that's the change of the team, just helping younger guys and the transfers get into the program.
Well, first of all, you know, you lost your maybe best player in the school history. Based on what he's doing with the Cavaliers right now, I'd say it's a pretty good statement that that he might have been our best player ever. So, and you lose him early, and that's you know, we haven't had experienced that before.
Well, a team evolves every year. You know, every team's a different team. Every team's in and of its own team. But when you lose a kid like Kay Felder, who was a dominant contributor, ball dominant guy, then you're trying to evolve your team. No one guy is going to absorb all that Kay did, but hopefully the team in and of itself can absorb many of the things Kay contributed.
You and Javen take the top. Sharon, you take a wing.
The reason that the older guys on our team, that they came here, it wasn't because of Kay Felder. It was because of, you know, the program and Coach Campy and, you know, our coaching staff and the university itself. So for any program, it's tough to lose an NBA player and somebody that's, you know, hopefully competing for, you know, minutes and playing time at that level. It's hard. It's adjustment for anybody. But for these guys, I don't think you want to be like anybody that was before you.
You guys feel good about yourself. This is the time, this is the moment to seize that opportunity and strike that mighty blow. Let's go.
Sadi was with me for a decade, and we won a lot of basketball games while he was here. He did a great job. He was the lead in many of the players that we got, and we're glad for him. I mean, we're happy for him. But in the same token, I think you have to step back now and reevaluate, you know, how you're going to fill that hole.
Out of anybody, it was probably the hardest for me, with Sadi, because he had been recruiting me since I was a sophomore in high school. So, you know, a fellow Lansing native like myself, went to the same high school. Our dads both played at Michigan State and coached me, and then, you know, getting to the other side in the coaching world and getting to be his colleague for 2 years, and then actually, you know, being a fellow staff member with him for a year was awesome for me, and I learned a lot from him.
It was huge. He was one of my father figures, you know what I mean? He recruited me here. Dalen and Martez and us, you know, it hurts, but we just move on, you know. Coach Wash, he got a good job, and we taking care of what we have to take care of, you know.
This university and program is unique, and it's one of a kind. So when you've got a lot of, you know, different new faces, it's different for those guys because, you know, Coach Campy he's a great coach, but his style is different. It's unique. It's, like I said, one of a kind. So people are just adjusting and getting used to, you know, coming to work every day and picking up on all the things that we do that are, you know, kind of different from your typical or normal way of doing things.
The human connection between a doctor and a patient is extremely important, I think, for the doctor and for the patient.
Compassion goes hand in hand with nursing.
I love it. It's really the only thing I know how to do, take care of people.
Compassionate care, you want that patient to feel like you're there for them and just them.
We're listening to our doctors, nurses, and you. That's why our hospitals, clinics, and doctors are coming together as Ascension so we can give healthcare a better name. We are Ascension.
When your holidays have a Hemi engine, there's no faster way to trim a tree. Great deals all month long at the Dodge Big Finish event.
When my hair gets too long, I lose my edge. But when my cut's right, I'm right. I'm back to being me. My dimples activate. My cleft chin becomes cleftier. I get a twinkle on my tooth, and I speak fluent French. Garbage, chaise lounge, mayonnaise. Au revoir.
Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
OU Credit Union is a proud supporter of Oakland University Athletics.
At home or on the road.
OUCU is always there.
From fans
to family.
Athletes
to coaches.
OUCU is proud to support every Golden Grizzly.
So we just wanted to say,
thank you, OUCU.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you, OUCU.
Visit oucreditunion.org to learn more.
It was hard losing Coach Watson. He's been here over probably 10 years. And now we have Coach Cornell Mann and Dan Hipsher, which are pretty great dudes. And, you know, they've been around basketball for a long time. You know, I was with Coach Corn at Iowa State.
I love Coach Mann, and he's like Coach Washington to me. So, you know, me and him relate. So me and him talk a lot.
He recruited me. I'm very familiar with Coach Mann. I love him to death. And you know, when he come in for practice, he would challenge you. You know, if you don't get this amount of steals before practice over, I'm gonna make you run. If you don't get this many rebounds, so he coming in challenging everybody, not just me, but every player on the team.
It's a blessing that my relationship with Sharon is really, really good. Sharon is one of the best players I've ever been around, one of the best people I've been around as a player.
Well, Greg and I really grew up about 30 miles apart. We played high school basketball against each other. I was a year older than him. I went to Bowling Green, he went to Bowling Green. We ended up playing basketball together, hanging out together, knowing each other. We roomed together on the road. There's a trust there. He knows I care about him as a person. And I think that always helps in a work environment, that the things I'm watching and seeing are in his best interest and our team's best interest and not in my best interest. So it's a good bond and a good relationship there.
Coach Hip, you could tell that he had that mentality of Coach Campy because, you know, he cusses, he gets into us like just like Coach Campy. So you could tell they have that same mentality together.
Go, Black, 2-second hold, let's go.
For those that don't know, we have this brick in our program, right? It comes from the Wizard of Oz. And I bring my brick to practice every day, and it's stay on the path. The path, it leads to success. Last year was Team 49, this year's Team 50. So wrote Team 50 on it, and my theme for this season, for what I think this team should be, is consistency and hunger. I want to see guys bringing it every day, every game, every warm-up, every rep of every practice.
Not only is it a new team, it's Team 50, so we miss the guys, don't get me wrong, but we got to focus on what we have to focus on for the season.
We just pick each other up, you know. You just don't dwell on one or two people, you know. Like I said, it's a family thing, so, you know, just learn from what the leaders left off and take it from there.
You're going to front the post on his baseline hip so that you can get to the corner and he can't screen you. We have to establish our identity as a team. Our identity the last couple of years is a fast-paced, high-scoring team led by a dynamic point guard. We led the nation in scoring a year ago. Now we have to find what the identity of this team is. It's not a cultural change. We have a culture in our program, and that culture is going to stay the same. Our leadership has been tremendous. Sharon, as a senior, the only senior in the program,
has taken it upon himself that this is my last year and we're going to win this thing, and he's gone about his business. He's holding everybody accountable.
Coach Campy, you know, stressed to me like how important my role will be this year. You know, we got guys like Nick and Martez that's on the wings that can really score the ball, and they will have their opportunities, you know, to do what they can do. And, you know, we have Jalen coming back, which is going to be a pretty, you know, focal point for our team. And I feel like he had a great summer, and I mean, it's showing off right now.
I think it'll be more of a collective group, you know. It won't be just a couple guys averaging a ton of points a game, you know what I mean? It'll be a lot of different guys stepping up and scoring more. I think our main goal is just maturing.
We don't want to rush. We want to take it game by game, and our goal is to, you know, win the Horizon League, get to the NCAA tournament, but most thing is just being together, you know.
I think, you know, Martez and Nick and Jalen will have pretty big years as long as with myself, and Xavier Hill-Mays, he had a great summer. The first goal right now is really just getting it all together on defense right now, and us, you know, gelling together on offense, and everybody, you know, accepting their role right now.
Opportunity. It's what allows us to succeed and thrive at whatever we do. It allows us to advance and achieve more than we ever imagined. When opportunity is present, we can ascend beyond any limits. At Oakland University, you have the opportunity to reach your dreams. You're given everything you need to build a solid academic foundation that prepares you for unlimited possibilities. This is your next chapter. This is OU, where the aspiring can rise.
When my hair is too long, I don't feel right. But when I get a cut, I'm me again, only better. My tattoo gets feistier. My crazy eye snaps to attention. I become my own Wi-Fi hotspot.
I just downloaded the entire internet.
And trust falls? They don't even scare me anymore.
That pomade really broke my fall. Get in, get out, back to greatness. Download the online check-in app. Great clips. It's gonna be great.
When your holidays have a Hemi engine, there's no faster way to trim a tree. Great deals all month long at the Dodge Big Finish event.
This year's basketball team, the most ever home games in the history of Oakland basketball, they have an opportunity to get things going, gaining confidence, playing well. More importantly, being in front of these fans, identifying with these fans, and giving the Grizz gang and all the Oakland faithful a chance to see their hardwood heroes in the month of November.
Greg and the university have built this into a great home environment, a great experience. I brought my Akron teams here, so I have been here, and it's amazing the involvement of the program and what Greg and his staff and the university has done. It's still early season games, you're still evolving your team, but an opportunity to do it here in your backyard is great, and for the fans to get to know this team early on.
It's pressure as well, because, you know, when you drop a game on the road at times, people see it as, hey, that was a road game, no matter how good you are or not. But you have to protect your home floor. And so as much as it is awesome, there's also somewhat some pressure because you got 4 games in which, let's be honest, it's 4 home games, you should be 4-0. I'm looking forward to some loud voices yelling and screaming in the direction of a win for Oakland University. I think these guys can play an exciting brand. Campy has an exciting brand alone of himself, but I think these guys also have a little bit of swag and flair that will allow fans to be even more excited and enjoy the games even more.
I think that we have a chance to be a really, really good basketball team. I think our players have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder in that, you know, they've heard a lot of stuff that, you know, they're not going to be any good this year because Felder left, and I think we've got some really good players that believe that that's not the case, that we're still going to be good and even better, and we'll have a chance to prove that.
You gave me a great summer. We've done the work. We deserve to be a great basketball team. There's no rear view mirror. We're looking for the next play. The next play. We don't lose at home. You have to have that mentality. We do not lose at home. Championship teams do not lose at home. We are a very, very talented team. We have a chance to be the greatest team in Oakland history. But is that talk, or is that something we're going to do? It starts tonight. You establish who you are tonight. We don't wait for half a season and then, no. We establish who we are tonight. We have a veteran basketball team. We establish it, all right? We have a bunch of young guys too, but it's going to be so much easier for them if our veterans are doing what they're supposed to do and playing with great confidence and getting rid of the rear view mirror.
Walker with the drive, and he lays it in with the left hand. Pull up three. Stevie Clark is perfect.
I'm telling you, Neil, the fans here are going to get to know him very quickly. He could be a special player here.
Stevie Clark on the drive has his shot rejected. Stevie Clark makes the free throw for the Golden Grizzlies. Good from Zach Denny.
We shot 32%, and we committed 10 turnovers. 5 of those 10 turnovers were offensive fouls. And we shot 32%, and we're ahead. So we must have really guarded. Now, we continue to guard. The one thing we can do is shoot, and we're going to make shots. All right? That's not an issue. I know we're going to make shots. But we got to continue to guard, and we got to continue to rebound. All right? Value the basketball. Let's have 1 turnover this half. Let's come out and shoot the ball the way we're capable of shooting it, but keep guarding. Come on, heads up, let's go.
Jalen Hayes backing in, turns, gets the left hand hook to go. Walker catches it in the paint, hands it off. Xavier Hill-Mays lays it up and in off the window.
Come on now, let's wake up.
Denny on the drive to the rim, pinned up against the glass by Xavier Hill-Mays. Xavier Hill-Mays flashes to the elbow. He'll shoot the jump shot, and it's perfect. Sharon Dorsey-Walker with a big-time triple. And Oakland with the win over the Bowling Green State Falcons, 78-70.
OU Credit Union is a proud supporter of Oakland University Athletics.
At home or on the road.
OUCU is always there.
From fans
to family.
Athletes
to coaches.
OUCU is proud to support every Golden Grizzly.
So we just wanted to say,
thank you, OUCU.
Thanks.
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 Thank you, OUCU.
Visit oucreditunion.org to learn more.
When your holidays have a Hemi engine, there's no faster way to trim a tree. Great deals all month long at the Dodge Big Finish event.
In August of 15, I was fortunate enough to be one of 8 coaches that got to fly to Kuwait and spend 8 days at Camp Arifin, where an organization called Troops First every year tries to do things
to alleviate the stress and pain that the troops go through. One of the things they do is take college coaches, and then they get everybody in the gym there, and we pick teams, and you teach them and coach them and try and get them into an offense. But one of the first scrimmages I'm playing, my team's playing Steve Lavin's team, and there's this 6'8" kid out there, which is very unusual in the military. Then I said, hey, let's have lunch or something, and we sat down, and he started telling me his story.
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. In high school, you know, you had like gangs, fights every day. School really wasn't focused on education, more of just getting students to pass. You're on your own out there, and it was just basically only the fittest will survive. It was rough growing up somewhat, you know, but I kind of made my way out and had the determination to get out of Baltimore. Went in the military 4 years, 2 deployments, 1 to Afghanistan, 1 to Kuwait.
His job was to go into the battlefield and extract the dead.
My first deployment, we pulled out around 60, and then I did a rotation at the medical examiner's office in Dover, Delaware, and there we conducted over at least like 30 or 40 autopsies every day on, you know, the fallen heroes that come from off the battlefield and get shipped to us. Makes you just think about things more, like, you know, just simple things like grass and, you know, your family, seeing your family every day, because some people don't get to come home to their family, so you definitely appreciate life more. The plan was to just get out of the military and go to school, get my degree, so definitely didn't see this coming.
Well, from the eligibility standpoint, one of the problems with the whole thing was probably my fault, because I told Isaiah, man, you don't have to worry about that. We're going to get you eligible. Nobody's going to deny you.
By the letter of the law, by straight terminology and rules and regulations, of course, it's probably not right. But you really can't go by that. This young man has deserved and done much more than any student athlete, in my opinion, any student athlete coming out of high school and or junior college.
Well, he can be a big piece for us this year on the block, because we need him down there grabbing rebounds and things. But you know the NCAA gonna do the NCAA what they gonna do. So I just wish for the best for him.
You know, we just letting it take it by itself. You know, we know what he's going through right now, but he still practice hard, he still goes hard and stuff like that. We want him to play bad. It's gonna take time, so we're just being patient with the things.
This is a guy that had to go into combat zones and pull bodies off the combat field. That's grim. I mean, there's no other way to describe that. That's grim. You grow up pretty quick, and you begin to have a very quick grasp of what's important and what you have to do, and you mature. Coach Campy was over in Kuwait and saw him play and wanted to offer him a scholarship just because he could bring that element to this team, and family, maturity, buzzwords that we hear all the time in terms of team sports. If he never steps foot on the court for a minute, his mark is left on this program. I'm glad that the NCAA overturned this ruling and they're going to let him play. He's important to this basketball team. Make no mistake about that.
I'm ready. Ready. As ready as I ever be.
Stevie Clark to Isaiah Brock for the alley-oop throwdown.
We had a team that led the nation in scoring last year, and we didn't win the league. So we want to continue to lead the nation in scoring, but we also have to defend and rebound. And tonight we're going to find out if we can. Because nobody in our league is going to be as big and physical as Western Michigan. The difference in this game is going to be rebounding. Defending at the post and rebounding. All right?
We are underway. Seth Dugan controls the tap. Thomas Wilder steps up and buries a 17-footer. Hayes flushes it with the left hand. Sharon will fire the three. That's too strong.
I want to run offense. 30 seconds. All right? We want to run our offense.
Martez Walker. He will drive and jam it with 2 hands. Oh, what a rejection by Brad Brechting. Isaiah Brock with it on the baseline. Will go around his man, trying it to the rim and lay it in. Oh, what an up and under by Isaiah Brock.
Let's get him right now. Right now, let's get him. What a time. Nothing stupid.
Left side, 3 on the way from Randall, and he rattles it home. Of course, Stevie Clark. Western had won 4 in a row, but Matt, not tonight. Golden Grizzlies victorious 77-60.
That was awesome, Isaiah. Absolutely You were such a factor on defense. You were so athletic. You affected. You might not have gotten blocks, but you affected 6 shots at least. We feed off each other. That's what a good team does. All right? We made some mistakes down the stretch at winning time. We got to learn from them, but we got to concentrate. We got to finish plays. Okay? Great win, fellas.
Catch Oakland basketball at the Arena. For tickets to all Oakland basketball games, call 248-370-4000 or visit goldengrizzlies.com.
The human connection between a doctor and a patient is extremely important, I think, for the doctor and for the patient.
Compassion goes hand in hand with nursing.
I love it. It's really the only thing I know how to do, take care of people.
Compassionate care, you want that patient to feel like you're there for them and just them.
We're listening to our doctors, nurses, and you. That's why our hospitals, clinics, and doctors are coming together as Ascension, so we can give healthcare a better name. We are Ascension.